You need to learn to be uncomfortable. You need to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And you need to be in a space where you allow yourself to be challenged, but more importantly, in a space where you are willing to be uncomfortable and grow. And then she said, most people fail in that process because most people live in the fixed mindset. The fixed mindset is, this is who I am. This is what I know. This is what I'm capable of. This is what I'm good at. And this is where I'm going to stay. The growth mindset says the following. It says, this is where I am now. This is what I'm good at now. But I recognize that if I go through a particular process, I can grow myself and become a better person. Now, here's the thing about the growth mindset, which most people miss. There is no destination if you're a growth mindset driven person. There's only the next location. So you're never complete. Your growth journey is never complete. You're constantly becoming better. Crazy idea. So think about it this way, right? Let's imagine that you are like a finance professional and you work in banking or you work in auditing or something like this. The idea that you are never going to reach the pinnacle of your capability, that you're constantly going to be pursuing a better you, that at every single summit of excellence is presented to you a new summit, a new challenge for you to climb. Well, that's where continuous learning and development comes from. That's why even though you might graduate and qualify as a particular profession or professional in a particular profession, you can constantly become better. Growth mindset. I think I've got a growth mindset. You know, I'm fairly well traveled. I've got decent exposure. I meet great people. I'll go all over the world. I'd like to think I've got a growth mindset. Here's the thing though about having a growth mindset is you can have a growth mindset in an environment of scarcity. And the limitation of your mindset is still the environment that you're in. Because you're in an environment of scarcity. So your approximation of what's possible is based on the environment that you see around you. So, you guys know I've been traveling recently and I've been on tour and I was out in the US. And on one of the weeks I'm in the US, I got to spend some time while in Miami speaking alongside Michael Phelps. You guys know Michael Phelps, 23-time gold medalist, the most decorated Olympic athlete of all time. Great guy, by the way. Just what a gent, what a scholar. And then I got to speak alongside Tia-Clair Toomey, who, without question, is the most dominant athlete in the history of the CrossFit Games. She's won it, I want to say, 6 times now or something like this. She's a little pocket rocket, right? Because when she was standing next to me, she's only about yay high, but you can just tell she's all muscle, like 101% muscle, right? Great athlete, phenomenal human being. Then I got to spend some time meeting a couple of people who are in my industry and in my craft. And traveled out to Los Angeles, met with my manager and the team out there. But while I was in Miami, I got to drive around in a beautiful Lamborghini Aventador SV. Credit to the people at MPH, by the way. Lee and the team at MPH Club, thank you so much for making that happen. And to my brother at VIP Uber, thank you, man. I really appreciate you. So anyway, so I got to do this, and Ukliniso, who lives out in Miami, made the whole thing happen. Then made my way out to Los Angeles and met with friends who I've done work with. Some of them you've watched me on their platforms here on YouTube being interviewed, and watched how they live and watch how much abundance they have. And then begin to ask of myself, are they smarter than me? The answer was no. Are they more talented? No. Are they harder working? No. So what is it then that puts them in the position where they are 10 times more effective, they reach 10 times more people, they move 10 times faster than I do, and probably have 10 times the wealth? And I realized that the answer to that question is location. it's where they are. So once you realize that, that's a game changer conversation. Because you recognize that you can have, as I like to think I do, a growth mindset, but if you're operating in an environment of scarcity, then the mindset is limited by what it sees. In some